BigHerc916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Man, I wasn't gonna really speak on this, but I feel that it may help parents out here in Gilbert, Arizona, dealing with some circumstances. I just recently did an interview on Modern Law, the podcast. Check her out. She's on IG. And we were talking about the Gilbert Goons out here. So Gilbert is a small town in Arizona I live at. A lot of churches, a lot of Mormons, very suburban, great place to live. You could ride your bike or walk and see horses, see llamas, see alpacas, goats, cows, everything you could think about as far as nature. It's like living in the country, but you're not all the way in the country, but you're far enough away from the city where you don't have to, deal with the bullshit, like looking over your shoulder, worrying about more the gang culture stuff. But lo and behold, they got a gang out here. They call it a hybrid gang called the Gilbert Goons. And last year around Halloween, some guys beat a kid to death. Guess there were brass knuckles involved, and it was pretty brutal. And it took a while for these men to be rounded up. Some of them were hiding out. People were being shipped out, and all kind of crazy stuff was going on. You could read about the case. It's all in the newspaper. It made national news out here in Gilbert. But I'm like, why would you want to be a Gilbert Goon? Why, man? You are in the best situation you could be in to be successful. You're a kid living, some of these kids in gated communities. Your mom and dad got great jobs. You're white in America, and you want to label yourself a goon. Do you know how many kids that are black or Latino or minority that are trying to get out of that labeling? Even myself, I gotta carry myself a certain way so people don't think I'm a street dude or a goon because I'm black. Just keeping 100. When I start talking, luckily I have a few, gray hairs here and there when I let them grow, and they're like, oh, I'm kind of like, aged out of the bullshit. But you in certain areas, they're thinking, oh man, this guy's part of the takeover, or he's, involved in this or that. That's just how it is. It's a messed up stereotype, but as a black man, I try to stay as clean as possible, because if I look a certain way, I know I will be typecast. But these kids, these suburban white kids, want to be typecast and want to be goons. They want to talk like street dudes. They want to be street ninjas. Living in gated communities, driving golf carts. A lot of kids got cars when they're 16. I mean, I'm telling you, this is not the place. Gilbert, man, is so quiet and laid back. And then I think about, like, these guys are looking for shit to get into out here. And the parents, I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're oblivious, or their little Timmy is not the one. He's not doing that. He's not capable of that. Well, let me tell you, man, these kids, once they get caught up on that path and they start delving deeper and deeper, and one little thing, I guess recently somebody shot fireworks in somebody's barn, it burnt down, and like they said, they already had a beat down last year, somebody got murdered. I mean, once it starts elevating and you think you have to live up to a reputation, and then you got whoever's the boss man or the shot caller, and then now he's recruiting young people, this shit's gonna turn into a shit show. And what's even worse, that these people out here don't realize, and I don't know if the cops are hip to it or what's going on, it's gonna attract other gangs to show you what a real gang member is. You get some of these dudes coming in from Phoenix who are really about that life, and they like, what, Gilbert? They got goons out there? The dudes I knew growing up who were goons, man, you were a goon by default. You had to be a goon for survival. You were doing what you had to do to put food on a table. It was a mandatory hustle because shit was rough, man. You didn't have the gated communities pool in the backyard. You didn't have the horses, you know, for your birthday and all this other stuff. You didn't have all that. Wasn't none of that, man. You know, grocery stores that have fresh food. You got some, you know, shit food in the grocery stores. Is, you know, people hanging out on the corners. You go to certain places, you're getting sweated. You know, you walking down certain streets, you might get jumped. It was that type of environment. Now, do you want that shit out here in Gilbert? Come on, man. I couldn't believe it when I started reading the articles and hearing about it. And then I just did the interview with Modern Law, and it's like, wow, why would these little white kids who have it so great, and, you know, I don't know what they think is bad is, they would not survive in East Oakland, West Oakland, take them to the Bay. I mean, these kids, you think you hard, man? Shit. Go spend a month. Parents, take your kids, go drop them off, let them hang out in some of these real serious hoods for about a good week or two. And the thing is, why would you want to be part of that life? You know how many people try to get out of that life? They try to legitimize and get away from that shit, and you run into it. The slang talk, trying to have the walk, and it's just like you see like the sagging and stuff, and I'm like, man, these parents, man, y'all need to holler at me, man. But you parents, you know, you suburban white parents, you need to wake up, man. These kids should have so much to do on their plate that they don't have time to be trying to be a goon. And it's like the reputation, I guess, you know, you want to feel hard, you want to feel important. Man, that shit is bullshit. Hard and tough and important in prison. You get there, and then you got some real dudes, real white cats who are about that business. And I'm telling you, the white car in prison is serious. You get in there, and you want to be about that life, and then you got dudes extorting you. That dude's extorting. Hey, man, your family's worth what? Your parents make about $1 million a year, man. Make sure that you know, you send this money to my books, or, you know, you bring in the sack, or have your girl do this or that. Man, you're gonna get pulled into something way above your head. And the parents, once you get in the system, it's hard to get out. Luckily, a lot of you guys have a lot of money, so you can send your kids off maybe to school back east or Midwest or something, and hopefully get them out of here so they're not around the negative influence. But to think that you want to be labeled a goon and turn Gilbert into a hood, it's pretty sad, man. You know, that this is what kids who have it good, these suburban white kids who are able to walk around at night. You know, I tripped out when I first moved out here from LA. I lived in some places, man. I've been around the lowest of the low, man. Watch my videos on Fresh Out, go check them out. I've done more prison interviews, and I've been around. But look, when I seen kids out here riding electric bikes that were, you know, these kids were 5, 6, 7, you know, 8, you know, have their little brother on the back. Some of these kids are, you know, with wagons and pulling their little brother and sister with no parents. I said, man, I'm in the perfect place to rest my head. This is a safe environment. When I see kids able to do that and know that nothing's gonna happen to them, I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. It felt good to see these little kids by themselves going to the store, you know, going to the park, playing sports, riding their bikes. Man, in LA or in certain parts of Cali, man, you ride around like that, somebody will knock you out and take your bike. You park that thing, it's gone. You're not running around like that. And don't nobody have the money to be having on them electric bikes. No, ain't a bunch of kids riding around the hood with electric bikes, man. That's a privilege, man. That's a blessing. Your parents bought you an electric bike, $500 bike, and you can ride from here. Now you can go all the way to a town next over. In the hood, you pedaling, man. You pedaling or catching a bus. But to see that this is such a safe environment and you want to turn it into a shit show, man, y'all better put this fire out quick, fast, and in a hurry, because it doesn't matter how religious or how much money you make. Once you pull certain things into this cesspool, and I'm gonna call it a cesspool because this gang type environment. Once you pull certain things, some kids don't make it out. Some kids can get out, get cleaned up, seal their record, maybe become an attorney, lawyer, get involved in law enforcement, maybe run for office. Some kids fall into drugs, others get pulled deeper, others pull others into it deeper, and then you got girls getting caught up, now you got other guys from other neighborhoods coming over here trying to mess with some of the girls, and it creates beefs, and then somebody pulls out a knife, somebody gets shot. Now you got some real OGs coming over to try to roll. It just that's how it goes back and forth. See, one little thing, you trying to be nationally recognized, and once you get in a database, they put you in a database, bro. You are labeled a gang member. They can enhance you. Now, there's enhancements. You get caught in another state, you're doing something, you're in the gang file, that's an enhancement. I don't know how they do it out here, but I know in California, you label yourself Crip Blood, GD Vice, whatever you want to call yourself, North Daniel, Serrano, you're in a gang file, and they can enhance you, and they can put injunctions on you and your homies. You guys don't know what you're getting into. Gilbert Goons, why? Little kids, have fun. Go to summer camp. Go, hang out at the skate park, man. Go work on your car. Go, kick it, do something. Find something to do. You want to be, and it's usually some stuff, a lot of stuff is females. This girl, maybe she used to date this guy and he maxed, she don't want to date him now. Or maybe some other guy from another school, football player, jock, she's dating him and he gets mad, and it just creates this. I've seen it. I've seen where girls dating another dude from another hood. Find out about it. She has some dudes coming over her house. They get caught slipping, and then he go back tell his homies in the hood. They want to come through now with some force because his homie got jumped. And it's just like dudes trying to show who's harder, who's tougher. I can walk through your hood, you can't walk through my hood. That shit is stupid, man. That's some stupid ass shit. And you guys got money out here. There is no projects in Gilbert. Ain't no dope corners, dope blocks, rock parks. Come on, man. I moved to Arizona because I'm like, shit, man, it's chill out here. I'm not worried about your car getting broken into. You ain't got to worry about people running on your, porch. You ain't got the porch pirates out here. Everybody kind of looks out for each other. But this shit right here, and I keep seeing these dudes pop up in the news. I said, man, I got to speak on this, man. Maybe to stir some shit up and people will wake up. Some of these parents will quit acting like they don't see their son walking in sagging, trying to be, I'm going to say you're trying to be black. You're trying to be like a dude. Because I tell you, the gangsters I know that are white, they wear suits. They up in offices, they wearing suits, man. They work for Halliburton, Carlisle Group. Those dudes aren't sagging. They're not trying to be street dudes. Those dudes are gangsters for real. And the black gangsters I know who know what's up, they know exactly what I'm talking about. The real gangsters, they wear suits. They're not sagging. They're not trying to be street dudes. You're not trying to do what you see them doing and these all that stupid shit, man. Dude, I'm just saying, parents, hey, holler at your kids, man. You gotta do a little more. You gotta get in their ear. Gilbert Goons, man. You don't want Gilbert turning into a shit show, man. One incident from somebody else coming here from another neighborhood stirs up some shit, or one of these kids going to another neighborhood trying to act tough to do some shit, or there being a function and there's a standoff and it's a beef created. Man, look, I'm telling you, watch your kids, man. Protect your kids. Wisen up. Get this street shit is some straight garbage. Street life ain't shit, man. It ain't shit. Prison life ain't shit. Suburban white America, what are you doing, man? Wake up. BigHerc916.com. Pick up some merch. Holler at me if you want to really have me come through and speak at any of y'all functions. talk to these kids, man. Info BigHerc916 at info.BigHerc916 at gmail.com, man. Because this shit it's crazy, man. You know, there's no need for this out here in Gilbert.
Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey.
To pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster. Coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh shit.